Gundolphin right.
Gundolphin right, 72, Tundra, float, H angle.
Gundolphin right, 72, Tundra, float, H angle.
Yeah, so Tundra stands for what?
200s.
200s, and what does float stand for?
It's got the corner of the out.
Flag, we call it a flag, so
Okay.
I mean, we end up saying corner flag, but it's
flag. With the out,
and the angle is an angle. You got me on that?
Easy stuff.
Then you use Rita to the right, Linda to the left. It was a flip formation. Good?
Rita to the right, Linda to the left.
72, 5-man protection, slide to the will. So if the strength of the formation is right, what formation is that again?
Yeah, Gundolphin right.
Yeah, right. He's there. The will's over there. The line would slide there. We'd say 72 Rita.
72 Rita. Gotcha.
So let's say this before you go to the next one.
How about that? If you're not fired up after listening to Drake Maye talk about football, then you're just a hater of Drake Maye. This is Sports Guy Talking that you guys are watching and listening to. I am Dustin Tran, your host, as I am joined by guest Road Chitwood today to talk about what Jerod Mayo isn't telling people about Drake Maye. For the people wondering who Road Chitwood is, he is a friend of Drake Maye, as he was also a high school teammate of his. We are also going to be talking about whether or not Drake Maye will be the best quarterback in his draft class. Before I say anything else, though, I want to present you guys with the topic question. So here it is. Will Drake Maye become the best quarterback in the 2024 NFL draft class?
Drake Maye is undeniably one of the smartest guys in this draft class. I think it was him and Bo Nix both had pretty good IQ scores for the quarterback test. But these videos surfacing of him and these player evaluations of him talking to head coaches around the league that are really offensive minded, it kind of fired a lot of them up hearing how smart he was. Drake knew what he was saying. Brian liked to hear that. Like you're talking about what his whole thought process is. I don't know why he's not voicing more things about Drake, or if he's just going to try and hide them as a secret weapon right now and make Drake sit and learn from him. So we'll see, but obviously his IQ is off the charts.
For sure. And the ones that have been following Drake Maye a ton, they know that he is more than just a big quarterback. They know that Drake Maye has a cannon for an arm, and they know that Drake Maye is also a pretty underrated athlete as well. A lot of people think that Drake Maye is just a pocket passer that just sits in the pocket and lets himself get tackled like a tackling dummy when things don't go his way, but that's actually not true at all. Drake Maye is actually a very composed quarterback. In fact, the biggest criticism that I have for Drake Maye is that he's too composed in the pocket. He's a little too willing to take hits. Sometimes you got to know as a quarterback when to go down, but Drake Maye is always thinking, I can make this play. But that's the gift that comes along with Drake Maye. And listening to you know Drake Maye as well, I remember hearing that Drake Maye was basically the Andrew Luck of our high school county because of how damn good he was at Myers Park. That's how good Drake Maye was as a football player, and you have to wonder why Drake Maye hasn't been getting more hype. But I think it's also because of the fact that he got drafted to the Patriots, an organization that is not exactly known for being a great organization right now. Obviously, they've got a rich history of winning, but in today's NFL, they're not really known as a positive team compared to in the past. That's why a lot of people haven't really hyped up Drake Maye whatsoever. Obviously, this guy can become the best quarterback in his draft class if the Patriots just get this guy a little bit of help.
I was really impressed with them getting the wide receiver from Washington and also the wide receiver from UCF. Those are two playmakers that I think Drake will really be able to spread the ball out to. Now, the question is, how fast will Drake pick up the scheme? I don't know. We look at his IQ. He's going to be in there. He's a competitive guy. We know this. 3 older brothers. Come on now. He's not going to just sit there and let Jacoby Brissett take the starting job from him. He's going to work his butt off to make sure that he's in there week 1, ready to go when it's his time to shine. I think the weapons are there, but Drake Maye makes players better. I'm really excited to see him make a lot of these wide receivers and their tight ends a lot better.
I agree. All these people talking about how Drake Maye doesn't really have a whole ton of weapons on the Patriots, I actually think this is not going to hurt Drake Maye too much, mainly because Drake Maye didn't really have a whole ton of weapons at UNC to work with. I guarantee nobody knew who J.J. Jones was outside of UNC fans last season, but that was the leading receiver at UNC last year in terms of receiving yards. Drake Maye didn't have a single receiver hit 800 receiving yards last year, so that tells me Drake Maye can still be able to get the most out of the receiving core. And obviously, you look at the Patriots wide receiver core, they've got Kendrick Bourne, they've got Demario Douglas, they've got that Polk guy that they drafted in the 2nd round, and they've got Juju Smith-Schuster. I know they're not a lot of big names, but these are not exactly the worst receivers out there. Drake Maye has had to work with a lot worse receivers. One of his best wide receivers was Tez Walker. He went undrafted in the 2024 NFL draft, so that should tell you some context as to what Drake Maye was working with compared to a guy like Jayden Daniels, where he was working with 2 first-round receivers in the 2024 NFL draft. So that tells me that Drake Maye is going to be prepared to elevate his receivers. He's kind of a lot like Eli Manning in the sense that he will give his receivers a chance with the football in their hands, and that if he sees a little bit of space, he's going to get the ball to you, and he's going to figure out a way how to get the most out of that wide receiver core. So I'm just really excited to see Drake Maye come out and play for the New England Patriots this year. I know Jerod Mayo is saying that he's supposed to sit this year, but I doubt that's going to happen. Drake Maye is too talented of a football player to be sitting on the bench. I get where people are coming from when they say Jacoby Brissett is pretty good, but Drake Maye is a potential generational talent. I mean, we are talking about East Coast Justin Herbert. That's how good Drake Maye is as a football player, and I really think this guy is going to turn the Patriots around into contenders in the AFC sooner rather than later. Don't be surprised if the Patriots are a competitive team this year, even in a stacked AFC.
That's right. Past rookie quarterbacks that their careers turned excellent, but maybe their rookie career was a little iffy. Let's look at a great example right now. Trevor Lawrence came in as one of the best quarterbacks in the draft class, #1 pick and everything, but his rookie year wasn't the best. And we look at Peyton Manning. He threw as many touchdowns as he did interceptions. These high expectations for rookie quarterbacks to come in, but I want Drake to go in there and don't be scared to put the ball in tight places. You don't have to force passes, but don't be scared to put the ball in tight places. And I know he can. He's got exceptional arm strength, and we know that with this good offensive scheme that the Patriots are trying to implement, there'll be playmakers that will step up and rise up because Drake's going to find a way to get them the ball. I don't want him to be passive. I want him to try and put the ball in places that we all know he can.
Exactly. Drake Maye is going to be playing in a pro-style offense. He's not going to be playing in a spread offense. He's not going to be playing in an air raid offense. Drake Maye is going to be playing under center. They're going to be playing a lot of traditional sets in the NFL. And the good news is I actually think the Patriots have the personnel to run this kind of offense because they've got Rhamondre Stevenson, who's an underrated power back. They've got Antonio Gibson, who's a solid RB2. And their offensive line is above average. People forget the Patriots' offensive line is actually pretty solid. I think a lot of people are forgetting about that fact because their quarterback play has been so bad the last 2 years. Look, I'm not saying the Patriots are going to be a playoff team this year, but if somebody told me the New England Patriots won 7 or 8 games this upcoming season, I would not be surprised if that happened because I know Drake Maye has the ability to be a game changer, and more importantly, I know that he's already a better quarterback than Mac Jones could ever wish to be at the NFL level. Do you think that he will be the QB1 of this draft class 10 years from now?
100%. 10 years from now, we'll see one of the best passers of the football in the NFL, and that's through Drake Maye. You'll see his leadership rise, and we'll see the Patriots get back into playoff contention and honestly start dominating the AFC. There's no reason for Miami and Buffalo to be ahead of them. Their conference has gotten a lot better, and it's going to be competitive, but I see in the next 10 years the Patriots being back on top of that conference.
Oh yeah, for sure. I definitely think that the Patriots are going to be contenders sooner rather than later in that conference. But as far as whether or not Drake Maye will be the best quarterback in his draft class, then yes, I'm going to have to say that Drake Maye will be the quarterback one in the 2024 NFL draft class. Yes, I remember Caleb Williams. Yes, I remember Jayden Daniels. Yes, I remember JJ McCarthy. Yes, I remember Bo Nix. And yes, I remember Michael Penix Jr. I don't care. I know that Drake Maye is better than all of those quarterbacks because I know Drake Maye is more prepared for the pro game. And we all know that Drake Maye has the size, he's got the arm strength, and he's got the intangibles of being a great NFL quarterback. His football IQ is pretty underrated as well. You look at that clip I showed in the introduction where he was talking football with Brian Daboll. That just tells you Drake Maye's football IQ is very mature for a guy his age. Drake Maye is only 21 years old, but the way that he can break down defenses, he has the mind of a 31-year-old quarterback. That's the thing that really jumps out to me when talking about Drake Maye.
I agree. This kid is going to come in and work hard, and he wants to learn. He's going to be prepared. I think at Carolina, he was prepared. He comes from a football knowledgeable background. We have to remember who his quarterback coach was in high school, Josh McCown. He's been around pro quarterbacks that have lasted in the league for a long time. He's gained a lot of knowledge throughout high school, through college, and now in the pros. He's ready to go. He's going to make a statement this year and be the #1 quarterback in this draft class in 10 years.
Definitely. I agree with everything that you just said. I got one final question for you, though. Do you think Drake Maye will win Offensive Rookie of the Year?
If the Patriots give him a chance, and hopefully by week 3, he is the full-time starter, Drake Maye will win Offensive Rookie of the Year, and it's going to be just like C.J. Stroud. It's a team that came in really underrated, a hot new rookie quarterback that can put the ball in tight places, and is a leader, and is mobile, active, and ready to go. Yes, if this happens, and they pull the trigger on Drake Maye to let him be the starter, he will most likely win Offensive Rookie of the Year. I don't see any other quarterback in that draft class winning it.
interesting take. I am not going to pick Drake Maye to win Offensive Rookie of the Year, but I think that he will eventually become the best quarterback in this draft class. It's not a knock on Drake Maye's ability. It's because I am worried about his lack of opportunities to get on the football field. Jerod Mayo seems hell-bent on not playing Drake Maye this year. Obviously, that plan is not going to happen. Drake Maye is too talented of a football player to not be playing out there on the football field. I think Marvin Harrison Jr. is going to win Offensive Rookie of the Year, mainly because of the fact that the dude is an absolute stud of a wide receiver. But back to talking about Drake Maye, I think the guy can be a really good quarterback in the National Football League if he is given a true opportunity to do so. And I like the analogy that you made to CJ Stroud and the Houston Texans. I definitely see the potential in that. We both believe Drake Maye is going to be the best quarterback in this draft class. Appreciate you coming on here. All right, make sure you follow his Instagram at @RoChitwood. He also has a Twitter account at @Ro_Chitwood. Make sure you guys go ahead and follow his socials. The links are going to be in the description box below. Again, thanks for being on the show.
Yes, sir, Dustin. Thanks for having me, man. It's always a pleasure.
Oh, yeah, for sure. All right, see ya, bro.
See you, man.
Yup, bye. That was Ro Chitwood that you guys just heard. Obviously, he has a friendship with Drake Maye that dates back to the high school level. He is very high on Drake Maye's abilities. As far as what Jerod Mayo isn't telling you about Drake Maye, he's not telling you that Drake Maye will redshirt in his first year because he doesn't want to put all this pressure on a young quarterback. But either way, though, we believe Drake Maye will find a way to get out there on the football field and ball out for the Patriots sooner rather than later. So that is why Drake Maye will end up being the best quarterback in the 2024 NFL Draft, as he will be able to turn around the Patriots sooner rather than later. Remember, go ahead and subscribe to Sports Guy Talking, like the video, and please comment down below. If you guys do that, I may shout you guys out in my Instagram story every Monday. That'll be for the @DustinNasTran Instagram account. Make sure to follow me on Instagram @DustinNasTran, and that's Sports Guy Talking. Also, go follow me on Twitter @DustinNasTran. Again, go ahead and do those things that I just told you guys to go do. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the content that was just produced. Peace out. I hope you enjoyed that video. Want more Sports Guy Talking, the home of great sports content? Make sure you click that subscribe button to get the latest from Sports Guy Talking. Go ahead and like the video, comment down below, check the description box on the video in order to follow my Instagram and Twitter. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from the YouTube channel Sports Guy Talking.